Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome to our stream.
Our stream on time, only 1 minute late.
We
have a little
stream prepared.
little group showing up already. Got a couple more people who should be here any moment.
This one's not going to be super long. I have to go to bed early tonight. I have to be at work very early tomorrow.
Yeah. That's okay. We've got a nice tight packaged little delivery system planned out. Some good updates, some new artwork.
We were literally as of 30 minutes ago just gonna spoil an artwork, and then we were like, let's just show them this too.
Yeah, let's throw it in. We received some stuff. A couple things have happened this week that were kind of like
sandbagging.
We're not even sandbagging. They're just like incomplete thoughts, kind of. But it's like may as well let you guys know. What part of the incomplete thought we're at, right? And that's good enough for me.
It's exciting.
It's good stuff. It's fun stuff. But we're starting with a new art. We posted the little spoiler thing. Kathy added some additional question marks this time to
I did because all
dissuade
y'all knew the McCary frontliner, because I guess you could tell from the casting cost that it was just. That was the only card it could possibly be. So I added some more.
It could have been Elvira. That's the thing. Is everybody everybody just didn't believe that we wouldn't have made a bigger deal out of it, which is true. We would have obviously.
Which is true. We
would have gone ham if it was like an epic. We're like, it would have been a big deal.
But yeah, I posted the spoiler, and we have a new artist.
New artist that we've never featured before. So yeah, I'm gonna click over and hope that I'm in the right window. Yay. I am. Brilliant.
There it is. It's Royal Custodian. A human soldier that costs 2 colorless and 2 water. And he has evasion 2. And he's a 2-speed, 3 power, 4 HP. 2, 3, 4.
Kathy just gave all the numbers. Card. This is a great card. I think that this card, and you know what? I say this basically every time we show any flawed card ever. I'm just like, this card's underutilized. This card's underplayed. People don't give this one enough looks, enough respect, enough anything.
Man,
and
this art looks great.
It's always true. It's just every card is a something burger, as Jake would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a fresh artist. We just
and it looks great. He popped off. He went from 0 to 100, by the way.
Yeah. He
went from here's your prompt, and he's like, you got it, fam. And then it was just like, here's the finished piece, and we're like, oh, it's just done.
As Phoenix says, I dig this.
Yeah, very talented.
That's fire. Yeah. So this was exactly as Kathy was just kind of alluding to. Like this was.
No, it's watered down. That's funny.
Jeez. So this is an artist that we were working with for the first time, and I admittedly kind of goofed a little bit in my communications with him, and he ended up sending me basically a final product. Was the first thing I saw. Most of the times I'm very specific with asking for sketches, like staying, in constant contact with the artist, like making sure that I'm part of the process the entire time. And in this case, I was handling as you guys know, Kathy and I have already kind of made this statement that I've got 5 or 6 projects going on right now with art specifically, and obviously there's a bunch of other stuff going on, whatever. But this one slipped through the cracks, and I didn't give him the same exact treatments that I normally do as far as making sure. And he just delivered this with I bounced off a couple of final adjustments from the version that he initially submitted, but it was 95%.
Yeah, we changed the tone of the background from brownish to grayish.
Yeah.
Very simple little. We asked him to add more water, which Icy Feeny just made a comment. Yeah. He said, "Speaking of the water, that crashing water at the bottom is amazing." Yes, talk about the water.
So the water is actually super worth noting, because the reason that I even stumbled upon this artist was I was going through the different groups, the Instagram, Facebook, all the different spots that I look at different artists and consider people who are taking commissions, etc. And he had another piece where he had done. It was this druidic woman. She had all this wooden armor on, a big staff and stuff, and it had a very similar looking water like that in it, but she was kind of swinging the water. It was a really cool artwork, but it had this super elementally charged look to it, where I'm that's kind of really what we're doing over here. Let me see if he wants to work on a water card. Let's see what he thinks. And we talked about it, we went back and forth a little bit, got settled on a price, got settled on all the details and everything. And I mean, I literally could not be happier with a first time, like an artist jumping on and this being their first go. The art credit on the bottom is his name via Facebook. So if you
is
go
he
look
on
him up,
Instagram or is he just on Facebook? I think he's just on Facebook.
I don't recall. He might be on both, but we were speaking through Facebook in this particular.
I think I remember we were trying to find him on Instagram.
Yeah.
It was just on Facebook. Let me see if I can find a
but yeah, if you type that in,
it pops right up.
if you type that name in, the art credit on the bottom of the card, you will immediately go to his Facebook and you can see his stuff there.
Put this. Do you want me to put this in the chat?
No, we don't have any ownership of that or anything.
Okay,
That's his stuff. We can't just be spreading that.
Yeah.
Yes, Kathy's got her blanket on. She's
nearly
ready for bed already.
So we're not about professionalism. We're about being comfy.
But yeah, the prompt that I gave for this card, I mean, whoever I know I saw it a second ago was like, now that looks like royalty or whatever. Yeah, this is your underwater spearman, but like, in deep in the royal city, deep in the unseen city, like protecting, Ophelia's like actual like zone, her actual chambers, like her area. And yeah, I mean, he's got all that like detailing on the armor. He looks very like clean and sophisticated.
Didn't we give him Underwater Spearman as like a reference piece too?
Yes. Yeah,
Which I mean, Underwater Spearman has like the pool from underneath.
Mm-hmm.
This is supposed to be like deeper in the unseen city, so there's not like, I never pictured it as like one pool so much as just like this is now the like entry hall.
Rawl says, where does Talia exist in this? Is she also? No, Talia is not in the unseen city at all. The craftsmen are pretty opposed to like what Ophelia is doing as far as her like coup and like controlling the city and all that. Like they're against it. Where's my lore? It's all up here, friend. What there is of it, there are some.
You're not wrong.
It's like Swiss cheese, but it's up there.
And I remember when you gave him
Fantasy 101. Yeah, I mean, Cam, honestly, I'm not a particularly good writer. We just got what we got,
When you gave him Underwater Spearman, you were like, kind of make it like this armor, but make it fancy.
Yeah, I was like, make the fancy version of this guy.
And he
was
did.
like one of the data points I gave him. Absolutely.
Side note, does this character look like anyone familiar?
I didn't vote for you.
I think that this artwork looks a lot like a particular actor. Nobody else has picked up on it.
Everybody else is like, yeah, whatever, Kathy, go to bed, Grandpa.
No, not Brad Pitt. And I don't even know the name of the actor. He looks like the guy who plays Homelander in The Boys on Amazon Prime. That actor. So much so that I'm like, maybe he was modeled after it.
I don't think it's that close.
Not that close.
It's not that close.
It's
the mouth only.
It's
the
It's
mouth is
the
the
mouth.
only
It's
thing that you're
100% the mouth.
even zeroing in
It's
on.
got
I
the
can tell
Homelander
what you're
mouth.
talking about, but it's not.
I know they're all searching for gifts.
Yeah,
right
gifts
now.
for Homelander right now.
Homelander.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. There, see? Yeah.
Yeah, no, not close. It's actually, now you see
like
it. The chin is even way more prominent on this guy than it is on him.
Yeah, actually his chin is way more prominent. I'm still getting Homelander.
Yeah,
You can't change my mind.
You can have some vibes, that's fine, but I don't think Kathy's just like, oh my god, the artist like traced his face.
I
I'm
didn't
like,
say
what?
that.
No.
I didn't say that. I do love this piece, the comic book. Again, we said this last week about McCurry Frontliner, that like a lot of the newer artists that we're getting really are hammering home the like comic book style that we want. And
Yep.
knocked it out of the water. Is that a thing?
Ew.
Knocked it out of the park. I don't know.
But yeah, this
looks great.
That's not a thing.
Are you that sleepy?
I love how it's just like caps. No, that's not a thing, Kathy.
Yeah.
Settle down. But yeah, super, super happy with this. It is another, like, we've had a bit of a run of like just commons lately. Like, we haven't had any super crazy cards come, because it was like it was Brute and then Frontliner, McCurry Frontliner, and now Royal Custodian. I love the rapier decision, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. We can talk about that off screen at some point.
We had a couple options.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
On the rapier.
That was all me. We'll just go with that. Not that it isn't all me, but that was a big point, pun intended, of the of the card.
This card looks awesome. I feel like, going back to talking about doing a lot of commons, Brute doesn't fall in this category, but anytime we have a new artist, we pick them something that we think will like play to their strengths based on their portfolio online or like whatever they send us. But we actually kind of have intentionally been picking commons because we want to like suss out how their art's going to look with our game before like slamming it on a rare and epic. And like I see something like this and I'm like, damn, that's so good, and it's not a common.
Yeah, but
our commons are going to fire.
Doing it that way, you just work your way up, and you just never, you never end up. Yeah, every card is a something burger, exactly. And yeah, this
Convention promo 2025. Slashy boy, stabby boy.
Then instead of being a stabby boy or a slashy boy, he's just a splashy boy. with the mop boo.
Flawed's gonna like take off and be all popular, and then like years from now, people are gonna come back and watch this stream on YouTube later, and they're gonna be like, "These people are so weird."
Why were they doing this for their 5 Patreon subs?
Or they're gonna be like, "We missed out, y'all."
Yeah. The good old days. Back before Flawed went commercial. Yeah, so all around awesome artwork. Super happy. We're gonna have this guy back for sure. Like
Thanks, Romar.
We've already talked about it a little tiny bit. I don't know, and we'll say why in just a second, because I mean you guys have been hearing it. We're working on conventions and advertising and ordering and all this different type of stuff. The art budget is under a lot of tension right now. I wish I could just put, hundreds of dollars a month aside and say, hey, let's get these, all these new artists lined up. Let's get them in here. Let's get them every other month or every month and get these guys going. But that's just got to be a post Kickstarter reality. We just don't have it, and I mean, that's okay. This is the path we took. This is what we were going to do, and I did speak with this artist a little bit and let him know, I'd love to have him back, and he was into it, and I just told him, it might be a little while before you hear from me again, a month or 2 or 3 or whatever, but like I'm trying to do the best of keeping the rotation going, where like an artist that you guys haven't seen lately, I mean, who haven't we used lately? Like Kathy keeps telling me we need Robert Nix back for a piece. And I know that he's relatively busy because he keeps posting. He just did another cover and he's doing another comic book right now. So you have to have a lot of obviously moving parts come together to actually get these people to come back a lot of the times. Most of them are more than happy to do it. It's just a matter of scheduling, cross-section with budget, cross-section with finding the right card for the right person, et cetera, et cetera. So really excited to work with this artist again, though. This came out swimming.
Phenomenal.
Absolutely
it's beautiful.
Brilliant. Yeah,
honestly,
very happy.
I have no... It's great. I wouldn't change anything about it.
Yeah. No notes, as the kids say. But as we were just mentioning, and this is actually a tie-in a little bit. Thank you. Raul got it.
I hate it here. Hey, Miss Rubin!
Miss Rubin B, we forgot to mention, did guess the card yet again.
Listen,
I think he's on a 3-week streak, right?
Because Raul guessed Covert Commander, so there. I fooled one of you.
Yeah, but not Rubin. Rubin's unfoolable.
That's fine. Good for you. I want it to be like, you could possibly get it right. Maybe.
No, Rubin gets it right.
Anyway.
Every time.
Next announcement, which I think a lot of you heard already, but I don't know if everybody
so this is a double back to what we did last week, and I'm just going to flip over. We've got a new flyer that you guys may have seen posted. We said that we were doing this last week. We said we're doing this. However, we haven't paid for it yet. We haven't made a deposit yet. Blah, 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 blah. The deposit has been placed. Everything is lined up, ready to go. I talked to the guy. I put in our application. We've ordered 2 booths side by side, so we're gonna have a 10 by 20. That'll be like sale space plus play space. We're going all in on this. The dates are during the Kickstarter, so this is like another really big chance to get in front of people and just get the word out there. And it's locked. We 100% know that this is gonna happen at this point.
Hence why it's all over social media.
Exactly. And this is a minor announcement, but the interesting caveat to this announcement is what I'm going to flip over on the next slide. We've also simultaneously been getting some info back from the manufacturers, and here's a first look at some 2023 exclusives in the flesh.
This is all we got.
On the table.
We have other things, but this is all you get right now.
On the table, this is a this is the preview of what will be available at Nickel City Con, or if you're going to be at Origins with us, or any of the other cons next year. Look at those cards.
Yeah, so these are photos from the manufacturer just saying, like, hey, here's some cards that came off of our printing press.
Yep.
What do you think? First thing, look at that cropping.
Yes. Look at the centering.
It's perfectly centered. Up and down, right to left, right there. Which is, like, obviously super important for this game.
Yes.
That everything lines up for when you slide the clear cards in. A lot of you, I think all of you have played with the Game Crafter cards, so you know how... Like, that's a print on demand, so they don't make, like, practice runs and make sure it's centered. I mean, we've seen other pictures besides just this one. Every single card is exactly spot on, and I was just like, yes! Yes!
They have not proofed us anything PVC yet, which is obviously, there are two sides to this coin, so to speak. It's important that both parts are centered for everything to line up, but I, after seeing these, have insanely high hopes for the type of production quality we're going to get, the cuts we're going to get. Really, really, really excited. Is that true? That was a group effort.
His idea was to make it bigger, and then I outlined it and gave it the drop shadow.
Okay.
It does look really good.
They look so freaking good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I want to hold it in person and see, like, the gloss versus matte quality, feel how thick it is. And, like, I can see from the picture...
Kathy, AJ wins again. We never lose.
It's true.
Yeah, well, Ruben always guesses the card right, so take that.
The edges of the card, if you've seen the Game Crafter cards, they're, like, white and rough looking. These are, like, crisp and clean and, like, I mean, they're professional.
They look like it's real manufactured products.
I know! They did such a great job over there!
It almost looks like how Ken described original design ideas to me. I literally never lose with Kathy unless it's board games, because she king makes all the time by accident.
No comment.
Oh yeah, you're talking about way back. We talked about doing yes. Icy Fiend is talking about, like, one of our original thoughts for doing card art at all was, like, not exactly this, but maybe a version of something like this, where it was, like, really sort of like splash art and, like, different accents and, like, things like that. And this is a little bit of a modification from that. This is definitely, I see where you're coming from.
Ruben.
Well, I've beat Kathy and oh my god.
You will never let me live that down. That was like 8 years ago.
Ruben's undefeated. He guesses all the cards and he, like, crushes Kathy at Scrabble. Like, what more is there? Like,
I can't wait to play these cards. Specifically Strong Thug. You know how I feel about that card. The card is really good and the art is fantastic. She just looks great. I can't wait to see that. I want to get these. When are we getting them? All we've gotten so far is just, like, here's images of everything.
Yeah, here's what we're.
And I'm just like, it looks great. We haven't seen any essences yet, though.
No, that's what I was just saying. We haven't seen anything in PVC.
Didn't they say they were done?
No, we did not.
Oh, they went into, like, production first.
Yeah,
but they didn't finish.
I only need to know Drown. Yeah, Cam, there's a Icy Feeny. Just giving everybody's info away at all times. Cam is fine. Okay, brilliant, perfect, love it. Rawl, the agent of Flawed, swears that you play around Drown, like, turn 1. Like, you play your 1-drop and you're like, maybe I don't attack, could have Drown. Like.
Anyway, that's
our updates for the most part. Like I said, pretty quick, pretty poignant, brilliant new art. Some word from the manufacturing front, and another convention that is, like, solidly in the books. Like, we're definitely going to be there. It's the best part is it's in Buffalo, so, like, it'll be that one will be easy for us to pull off compared to some of these other ones. But yeah, this is a quick little top bottom of kind of what's going on. We have right now.
Go ahead.
Trying to remember.
How many, like, arts?
How many arts are pending right now? 3 that are ordered still.
Oh yeah, there are.
Yeah, technically 3. One of them, and we're not going to get into the details. One of them is going to end up being delayed, so we'll call it like 2.5 for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, just to say for the YouTube recording, in case you haven't watched some of the other streams, the 2 cards that are on the camera right now are our 2023 event exclusive cards. So these 2 cards, the cards will be in set 1, but this version of the artwork will not be in set 1. This like zoomed in kind of sticker look to it. These are only available if you see us in person at an event in 2023, and then they're going into the vault.
My mouth doesn't... yeah, and to really, really drill down on that, because I don't know if we always express this perfectly, but like Unseen Duelist and Strong Arm Thug are cards that will be printed in set 1. What we're talking about is just that art style. This version will be exclusive to the in-person events. But yeah, I guess we'll wrap it and then do this weird thing where we always try to find the button to stop.
And thanks to our new artist.
Didn't want to do that. Should have left that big for the recording. But if I do this. Yeah, thank you to the artist. Thank you for everybody that came. Oh my god, he's posting decklist pics. I love it. These are the old files too.
Oh yeah, that is the old one.
As you've seen, the new files are up. I don't know what you're waiting for, man. You need to update that. Pronto. But thank you to everybody who showed up tonight to be part of the stream. Again, quick little...
Going broke off promo was a great stream.
Listen. Kathy walks around the house day in and day out like, oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm worried. What if you have foils? Then I need a foil playset of the game instead of just a playset of the game. Like just losing her mind at all times. Fight me if it's a problem. Okay, when it comes to Jalen. Why don't you message me? Why don't you message me?
LMAO.
It's I can literally picture the meme like, wait, you guys are getting promos?
We're taking care of you.
We're doing what we can, Jalen. Your envelope's gonna be a little extra thick next month, I think. But as I was saying,
he's just like creeping in the background. Wait, you guys are getting pro?
Just been here the whole time.
I love it.
So brutal. Thanks for everybody who showed up tonight. Be a part of our quick little update. Some great stuff in here. I mean, my favorite part, honestly, is seeing these cards on the table. Like, actually seeing some cards. We're getting really close.
Seeing some center-aligned, properly cropped cards.
Yeah. But thanks again to everybody who came tonight. Thanks to, obviously, all the support, all the Patreon.
Zoltan, after we stop the recording, we'll go back.
Yeah, we'll jump back. Jalen might have been a little tardy to the first slide as well. I don't know if he was in here. But yeah, thank you all around. Thanks again for the Patreon support. Thanks again for coming. Awesome interaction tonight in the stream. Really appreciate that. All this is so much better when you guys are present, active participants of this awesome community that we're starting to build up. And it just makes me so happy to do this.
Thanks.
But we're going to cut the recording, so we'll see you next time.